I talked about in our writing lesson a few lessons ago. The little engine that could. Give me a me too if you remember me talking about that in writing. The little engine that could. Okay. And I'll tell you why I chose this story after I've read it to you. Chug, chug, chug. Puff, puff, puff. Ding dong, ding dong. The little train rumbled over the tracks. She was a happy little train, for she had such a jolly load to carry. Her cars were filled full of good things for boys and girls. There were toy animals, giraffes with long necks, teddy bears with almost no necks at all, and even a baby elephant. Kind of like Mabel, huh? There were dolls with blue eyes and yellow curls, dolls with brown eyes and brown bobbed heads, and the funniest little toy clown you ever saw. And there were cars full of toy engines, airplanes' tops, picture puzzles, books, and every kind of thing boys or girls could want. But that was not all. Some of the cars were filled with all sorts of good things for boys and girls to eat. Big golden oranges, red-cheeked apples, bottles of creamy milk for their breakfasts, fresh spinach for their dinners, peppermint drops and lollipops for after-meal treats. The little train was carrying all these wonderful things to the little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain. She puffed along merrily. What does the word puff mean? Puff. What do you think of? I say puff. Show me with your hands what I mean by puff. 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 Then all of a sudden, she stopped with a jerk. She simply could not go another inch. She tried and she tried, but her wheels could not turn. What were all of those little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain going to do without the wonderful toys to play with and the good food to eat? "Here comes a shiny engine," said the funny little clown who jumped out of the train. "Let us ask him to help us." So all the dolls and toys cried out together, "Please, shiny new engine, won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us." But the new shiny engine snorted, "I pull you? I am a passenger engine." That means that it carries people. "I have just carried a fine big train over the mountain with more cars than you've ever dreamed of. My train had sleeping cars with comfortable berths, a dining car where waiters bring whatever hungry people want, and a parlor car which people sit in soft armchairs and look out of big plate glass window. I pull the likes of you? Indeed not." Oh no. That wasn't very nice. Lyra, not quite sure why you have out a marker right now. Put it away and erase your board. And off he steamed to the roundhouse where engines live when they are not busy. How sad the little train and all the dolls and toys felt. Then the little clown called out, "The passenger engine is not the only one in the world. Here is another engine coming, a great, big, strong one. Let us ask him to help us." The little toy clown waved his flag, and a big, strong engine came to a stop. Okay, so look at this picture. Here's the big engine. Here's the little engine. Please, oh please, big engine, cried all the dolls and toys together. Won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the little boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. But the big, strong engine bellowed, I am a freight engine. I have just pulled a big train loaded with big machines over the mountain. These machines print books and newspapers for grown-ups to read. I am a very important engine indeed. I won't pull the likes of you. How is everybody feeling right now? Two engines just turned them down. I'm seeing thumbs down. They're feeling disappointed and upset. And the freight engine puffed off indignantly to the roadhouse. The little train and all the dolls and toys were very sad. Cheer up, cried the little toy clown. The freight engine is not the only one in the world. Here comes another. He looks very old and tired, but our train is so little. Perhaps he can help us. What do you think is going to happen? Who has a prediction on what's going to happen? Zipporah, what do you think will happen?
What do you think will happen? He would say no or maybe yes. He might say no.
Okay, he might say no. Mara, what are you thinking?
He might say yes.
Might say yes. Let's see. There are two options, right? Yes or no. Let's see what happens. Okay, here we go. Here's the old engine. He's a little. So the little toy clown waved his flag, and the dingy, rusty old engine stopped. Please, kind engine, cried all the dolls and toys together. Won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. But the rusty old engine sighed. I'm so tired. I must rest my weary wheels. I cannot pull even so little a train as yours over the mountain. I cannot. And off he rumbled to the roadhouse chugging. I cannot. Then, indeed, the little train was very, very sad, and the dolls and toys were ready to cry. But the little clown called out, Here is another engine, coming, a little blue engine, a very little one. Maybe she will help us. The very little engine came, chugging merrily along. When she saw the toy clown's flag, she stopped quickly. What's the matter, my friends? She asked kindly. Oh, little blue engine, cried the dolls and toys. Will you pull us over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the good boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. Please, please help us, little blue engine. What's the little blue engine going to do? What do you think? Will she help? She help? I'm seeing some thumbs up and some nods. Okay, let's see if she'll help then. I'm not very big, said the little blue engine. They use me for switching trains in the yard. I have never been over the mountain. But we must get over the mountain before the children awake. said all the dolls and toys. The very little engine looked up and saw the tears in the doll's eyes, and she thought for the little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain who would not have any toys or good food unless she helped them. Then she said, "I think I can, I think I can, I think I can." And she hitched herself to the little train. So she is going to help. She tugged and pulled and pulled and tugged, and slowly, slowly, slowly they started off. The toy clown jumped aboard, and all the dolls and toy animals began to smile and cheer. Puff, puff, chug, chug, went the little blue engine. I think I can, 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 I think I can. Up, 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 faster and faster and faster and faster the little engine climbed. Until at last they reached the top of the mountain. Mia. Down in the valley lay the city. Hooray! Hooray! Cried the funny little clown and all the dolls and toys. The good little boys and girls in the city will be happy because you've helped us, kind little blue engine. And the little blue engine smiled and seemed to say, as she puffed steadily down the mountain, I thought I could, 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 I thought I could. And there she is. So we are readers. Remember our motions here, friends. We can look. We can think. We can read. And we can learn. So we learned about how we are readers. But that's not all that we learned about. We learned how to read with our partners. We learned that when we're reading with our partner, we sit side by side. We put the book in the middle of us, and then we seesaw read. One person reads, and then it's the other partner's turn to read. And then we reread to learn more. So we go back to learn even more. We learned yesterday that we can share our wow pages, things that we think are really awesome and amazing. And then we can read the pictures and the words with our partner. Look at all of this information that we've learned, friends. We can also learn from our books. We can learn from the pictures. We can learn from the words. And when we're reading, we can sound like a teacher. Remember, as our voice is talking and as we're reading, we want to sound like we know exactly what we're reading. And then the last kind of books that we've talked about are storybooks. When we're reading our storybooks, we look at the pictures, we remember what happened in the story, and then we read. We talk like the characters. It's only I, the little Billy Goat Gruff. Or I'm the troll and I'm coming to gobble you up. We make the words and the pictures match. We want to make sure that we're staying on those right pages. We use words to join our pages together. Then, after, later, and. We read more and more exact words, and we point to the exact words that we know. So